Hey everybody, welcome in. It's the Christmas episode of Landmark Live. Merry Christmas from the Platte County Landmark newspaper. We are here in Studio B of the Landmark office, 252 Main Street, downtown Platte City. I'm Ivan Foley. This man is Guy Speckman, Ponder the Thought columnist. And this man is Brad Carl, local musician and frequent co-host of Landmark Live. Welcome in, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're excited. Now, we're going to preview tonight. We are basically a pregame show for the Weston Christmas movie for the Lifetime channel. This movie was filmed in Weston in the summer of 2020, and it was hot and it was humid while filming was going on, but you're never going to know it by watching the movie. Brad, you have any experience in movie making? You make music videos.
No, I've actually appeared in a not in a Hallmark movie, but I've been in a movie before.
What channel was that on? I mean, was that on Skinamax or what?
How many numbers up is that?
That's one of those late night. That's one of those after dark movies.
Maybe I shouldn't talk about it.
You probably should.
Just in case. But I have been on set and I have been in film, so I've got a little experience with this, sitting around waiting for your turn to do your thing.
Oh, that's good because and a lot of Weston residents are extras in this movie, which is called Rebuilding a Dream Christmas. And so we'll get into that. We do have the trailer, the official video trailer of the movie, and we're going to show that for you later here. In fact, pretty soon. Guy Speckman, you, sir, do you have any experience in movies?
No movie experience. I can't say that I've done. I'm pretty much made for print. You know, I think that the looks for print, and so I pretty much stay in my lane. I'm not, unlike Carl.
But I will tell you that it's okay, Guy, because they will give you your lines. So that's a lot better than just like you're made for print, like you said. But at least they'll tell you what to say rather than having to think of it yourself, which is very helpful if you ever wanted to be in a movie.
Yeah,
something to think about.
Yeah, I think I'll stay away from it. I did, Ivan, you told me we were going to do this episode, and so I was pretty excited. I did. We had the lady from Weston Wine Company coming on, and so I did a lot of research on wine this week, and apparently maybe that went for naught. But at least I've done my part here.
Did all that drinking for nothing. We originally were supposed to do this show last Thursday night, but then we had a hurricane and some power outages and internet outages, and right about the time we said, heck with it, let's just postpone the show. Well, then the power comes back on, the internet comes back on. We could have done it, but by that time, Guy Speckman already had plans for the night, so we moved on. And on our rescheduled night, which is tonight, we're filming this on Wednesday, by the way. If you're watching it later, we are actually speaking to you on Wednesday. But Hannah McGee, who owns Weston Wine Company, was going to be on the show last week. She could not make the rescheduled date of tonight. So, basically Brad Carl taking over his, Hannah's spot.
I mean,
kind of a downgrade.
Yeah, that's not very fair. That's not very nice. I have better hair, but
I don't know. Hannah's a former Platte County Fair Queen. And I was
kidding, Hannah.
Yeah, I know. But I don't think you could ever become Fair Queen. But
I mean,
maybe at
world's
another
changing quick.
Right.
You never know.
You never know. And one person, we're kind of excited because a Landmark staffer is actually one of the extras in this movie, which is called Rebuilding a Dream Christmas, right? And it airs on Lifetime Thursday night, December 23rd, 7 p.m. Central. And our Landmark staffer, too shy to come on. She's more of a print person like Guy, I guess. But anyway, Landmark reporter Valerie Verkamp is an extra in this movie. And so she was too shy to come on the show. So I said, hey, send me some comments about your experience. And is it okay if I read that, Brad? I mean, is it okay if I just go ahead and read Valerie's little...
I think that's
okay.
Fine. Did you want to...
No, I mean, perhaps you could act it out.
Okay. You go ahead. I should have got my guitar. I could have sang her
Let me find the right... yeah. Okay. Let me get to the... Okay. Valerie is a reporter for the Landmark for the past decade, by the way. She signed up to be an extra on August 3rd, 2020, and later that same day heard back from the production manager that she had been selected as an extra for a flashback scene to the 1990s. And here's Valerie's comment. He suggested I select something from my wardrobe that matched the time period while avoiding loud colors. So that's a nice hint. After spending way too much time in my closet, I settled on a black leather jacket, vintage skirt, and navy blue nylon blouse. It definitely wasn't a Christmas outfit, but I didn't think it needed to be for the flashback scene, especially since I was instructed to bring something for the 10 p.m. Fair that night, more like a winter outfit. So somehow I cut off that her comment there. But anyway, Valerie gets to the set, and here she continues her story. I introduced myself to Isaac, a long guy. And by the way, a long guy was my nickname in high school. Did you know that?
That really shocks me because that was mine too.
So Isaac, a long guy. Oh, goodness.
Show's over.
I'm still stuck that 90s is a flashback, huh?
But it's,
How far
well,
back is it?
we're old.
Okay,
That tells you how old we are.
Yeah.
So the Isaac Alone guy, this is the cinematographer who instructed Brad, who is Valerie's husband, and I to leisurely stroll down Main Street while several children rushed past us. I remember being nervous for the first run of the camera, especially because a local television news crew, that was probably Fox 4, that was probably
Mark Alford.
Mark Alford,
Hope he has coffee.
was also filming. Isaac asked the extras to do about 8 takes before he moved on to the next scene. Valerie remembers. Okay, Valerie, well, I made it through. I did your little speech. You could have come and said all that for me, but that was kind of good, though. We got
That was good info.
Yeah, that was really good info, and hopefully Valerie makes the cut. Valerie, we'll be watching. If you've never met Valerie, I don't know. I wish we had a photo, but she's about 5 foot tall when she's wearing heels, and about 98 pounds if she just had a donut. So be looking, dark hair, and be looking for her on screen when the movie debuts Thursday night.
Very cool.
And Schneider, Techman Schneider, really running the show and doing a great job. How about the graphics he's putting up?
They're
for us?
beautiful. They're absolutely
Amazing.
beautiful.
It's amazing.
But you know, I know you guys, most of you folks probably tuned in to see the trailer for the movie, so
I did.
that's why you're here, really, and that's why Guy's here.
Absolutely.
So Schneider, whenever you have that ready, just give me a little signal, and we'll go to that.
That's the wrong finger.
Schneider.
That's a Facebook like finger right there. That's what that is.
That was half a peace sign. I don't know what that was about. But Schneider, whenever you're ready, roll the tape, as they say.
Look who's home for the holidays.
Joyce. This place hasn't changed a bit. Abby?
I'm opening a Christmas store.
It's just like you always wanted.
Abby could use a handyman.
I know just the guy.
I do love old houses.
I guess I always imagined you building new houses.
I gotta go pick up Noah from school.
Noah?
My son.
I just didn't see a ring on your finger. Not that I was looking, I just noticed. You can stop me at any time.
Abby, I thought I could count on you.
Yep, been working on it all day.
We're just talking about you and Abby.
Mom, this is not where she lives anymore.
I wish I could stay.
You can.
Sometimes you gotta take a leap of faith.
That's our girl. That's our girl from Weston Wayne.
I had them sprinkle a little cinnamon on top.
I can't believe you remember that.
You're kind of hard to forget, Abby Davis. Risking my heart is one thing. Risking Noah's is another.
She loves you, Josh. You're just too blind to see it.
Is Santa real?
Of course he's real.
This Christmas, I wish for a mom.
Boom. Schneider, any chance you can wind that back, roll that back? I don't know if I'm asking too much, just give me that half a peace sign again. Is there any way you can roll that back to where we see Hannah from Weston Wine Company there in kind of a freeze frame? Give you a second. Okay, Schneider's going to try to work that. What did you think of the trailer there, Brad?
I actually thought that that was pretty cool, and I love how you notice that okay. There we go. Hi, that they use actors and actresses that look kind of like actors and actresses that you know. I like that because at first I was like, I know that. Nope, that's not actually. Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Nope, that not. But yeah, so I think I kind of know him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it's interesting just to see that they filmed this in the Missouri summer, the summer
That's
heat
true.
of Weston, and as a Christmas movie, and they're changing all that in the background, and I think that part would be interesting to watch.
That is very cool to know that. That's
And
true.
the fake snow is awesome.
Yeah, fake snow's always good.
I want to read you guys the plot. I want to read the plot here before, because, I mean, you've probably never seen a Hallmark movie quite like this, though this is Lifetime. You've probably never seen one quite this unique, Guy and Brad. So I want to read to you the unique plot for this movie, according to 2 websites I visited. This from website imdb.com says the plot is, with help from her childhood crush and his 6-year-old son, Abby rediscovers her Christmas spirit as she recreates her grandmother's handmade ornaments for her hometown's annual Christmas fair. And that's, I mean, what is Christmas if you're not recreating your grandmother's handmade ornaments, really? I mean, have you ever had a Christmas without recreating
No. No,
have you?
I'm sorry, I've got 2 subjects going on in my head at one time right now.
Guy, you take that one. Have you ever had a Christmas without recreating your grandmother's handmade ornaments? I mean,
yes, we've had a couple of Christmases that went off the rails, and we didn't get everything quite recreated the way Grandma would have.
Was there a lot of alcohol involved in those Christmases?
Generally, that's what happens. It gets a little bit off the rails.
You're from a small town, so that's what Christmas is all about. Brad Carl from Iowa, your Christmas has featured what?
Snow.
Snow. Okay.
A lot of snow, a lot of shoveling, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of food.
Where I grew up in my household, we didn't put milk and cookies out for Santa. True story. We put a can of Coors out for Santa every Christmas Eve.
That you had to bootleg from Colorado.
Smoky.
And it was all, I'm going to tell you this, it was always empty the next morning. So, Schneider, whenever you're ready, bring us to Hannah, our friend from Weston Wine Company. Hannah plays a Christmas caroler in this movie. And there she is right there. Hannah! Salute to Hannah. Woo! Thank you for agreeing to come on last week. We're sorry we had to reschedule. Guy promises to hit Weston Wine Company and drink you out of stock.
Was she bringing wine?
She probably, we were going to talk about wine pairings and whatnot, but no. So, well.
May I just quickly say, I don't want people to think I'm crazy or drunk.
Right
now. I had 2 subjects going on at one time. Junior producer Linda was concerned, which I really appreciate, that I was showing some bare skin.
Oh yeah, well,
that's not allowed.
And I was pretty blinding. And here's the thing. I was going for the look on purpose though.
Were you?
Because here's the deal. Here's the deal. The short black socks are now the in thing. My daughter gets mad at me when I wear white socks. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So this year I was wearing white socks that go up to here. Well, now I need to redo the tan line with shorter black socks, and so I'm working on the tan line.
Are those shaved ankles? Or not?
Well, you know how it is
to me, man.
When
you waxing yourself?
When you get older, it falls out, from what I've heard.
What does?
Everything. Absolutely everything.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I was going for the look, but I guess it was distracting. So.
Well, if you're just tuning in, this is Landmark Live, and you're watching 3 wise men in search of a babe wrapped in swaddling clothes. Really. But that's another Christmas movie, I think.
It's true.
That's not the real estate broker.
That's not Lifetime.
No. Contractor connecting.
Brad, your take on the movie so far? I mean,
I've enjoyed the first half of the movie so far.
It was 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah. I think that it's definitely worth checking out because of the setting, as we said.
Yeah.
And really cool too when you think about the effects. Like you wouldn't think about a movie like this to have the effects, but like you said, with the winter weather and the snow and everything being made up, for lack of a better way of saying it, created, by visual effects and other things. That should be pretty cool to check out too. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe there'll be some other visual effects too.
It'll be
lightsabers or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see the scenes of Weston and to recognize them. And as you're watching at home, you go, "Hey, I recognize that spot or that person," or it's just going to be cool.
Yeah.
Set your DVR if you haven't yet, guys. That's 7 p.m. Thursday night, December 23rd, Lifetime channel. I believe that. If you have DirecTV like I do, that is channel 252. Guy Spegman, what channel is it at your house?
I'm on DirecTV as well.
Oh, well,
I get to fly right in there at 252 as well. Did you know Lifetime was on that channel already?
No, I did a little research before the show.
You don't watch it regularly?
I've watched a Christmas movie or two on
Are you
Lifetime.
more
but-
206 or 252?
Yes, I am
I'm
more.
more 1347, as you guys have already figured out.
That's, oh my goodness, I think that's audio only when you get up that high. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Watch parties are everywhere. I believe there's a Weston church that has a watch party scheduled. Brad Carl's got a watch party at his house. He can give you the details on that later. So
Well, yeah.
Anyway, and looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Thursday
No,
night.
I'm sorry. I was just going to
No,
say
go ahead.
the sequel. I'm working on a deal on the sequel to this movie that I'm going to get to do a Christmas song, an original Christmas song in the
Oh yeah.
in the sequel. Wouldn't that be
Awesome.
fun? Haven't decided the title of it yet,
Well,
but
you know, that's another thing we can talk about briefly is they changed the title to this particular movie like 3 or 4 times. In production, it was like My Christmas Wish, I believe it was, and then it had something else. And now I know that's had 3 different titles. We settled on, we didn't have anything to do with it.
how do you?
They
They come up here to make decisions.
they asked me. They called me, hey, Nolan, what should we call this movie? And Rebuilding a Dream Christmas is the title. 7 p.m. Thursday night, December 23rd. Lifetime Channel. This is like a pregame show. You know, we just advertised Landmark Live tonight as kind of a pregame show for the movie.
So the title is actually that was on the trailer is actually the incorrect.
I don't.
year.
Yes,
Right.
that trailer was put out before they changed the
Okay,
title.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking before the show that it would be fun to do like an Eli Payton thing with the NFL, but you can't do that because you can't rebroadcast the games. I wonder if we could do a play-by-play of the.
Oh, we could. We could. Yeah. How many people would stick around? I don't
Probably
know,
not
but,
many.
But it'd be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be fun. Someday we'll do something like that.
Yeah, and Brad, you've been busy making Christmas videos too. You've got
Well, actually, Ivan, that video that you're referring to is it was 3 years old, I think, 2 or 3 years old.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
Okay.
So
We're gonna play that one a little bit.
Yeah.
Guy Speckman, I'm gonna break some news right here, and I don't know if you know this yet, Brad. Probably not, because you just met Guy right before the show. But Guy Speckman is going to be a resident of Platte County very soon.
Oh, really?
Break some news for us, Guy. Tell us the story.
Well, I don't know that there's much story, but
Well,
we are moving to Platte County because basically I'd like to cast a vote for my favorite politician in the county. That's Eric Zahn. Prosecutor. Someday I want to, and then I want to vote for a different mayor at some point. So I'm going to be in Kansas City. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to be in the Kansas City
Shots
market.
fired. Shots fired. Really, shots fired at one of our frequent guests. His frequent guest, Quentin Lucas, a frequent guest of the show.
I
But
mean,
go ahead.
look, I'm not going to make any comments either.
Okay, well, go. Go ahead.
That's all I'm going to say. And by the way,
No, we're looking forward to it. It'll be nice to be down in this area.
Yeah, have you closer.
That's
when-
great. It's funny too because I move out, he moves in. That's the move. It opens up.
Yeah,
the space.
you left Platte County, right?
Yeah, it
You
wasn't
can only have so many
Yeah.
landmark employees. They have to be positioned around the city in certain areas.
Kind of like president, vice president. You don't want them in the same place at the same time. You know,
There has to be a
so-
designated survivor.
exactly.
Because that's a true story. I'm glad you brought that up. But that'll be exciting. I asked Guy if we can come out and do a Landmark Live direct from his house at some point. So we're going to try to line that up, Brad.
I didn't answer that question, by the way. I mean,
Still in negotiations.
that wasn't answered at
on
all.
that one. Now, Brad, how much time? We're going to show a Brad Carl music video, and let's put it in reverse for just a second because Brad Carl earlier this year, you made one of the best music videos that's currently out on the internet. It's a music video called "Meet Me at the Speakeasy."
Yeah.
And it's a reference to the Parkville Speakeasy in downtown Parkville, where a certain politician friend of ours started a very infamous night of frolicking,
Yes.
shall we say. And so the video, if you haven't checked it out yet, go to YouTube, search the words "Meet Me at the Speakeasy." You'll see Brad's video.
Yeah, you can maybe search with my name too. Be a good idea, Brad Carl. Yeah, did you want me to say anything about that?
Please do.
Well, I was just going to say that it wasn't really me. It was sometimes things just write themselves, and that particular song wrote itself.
Have you ever been able to gain entry into the speakeasy at this point?
Well, I've been a little bit too scared to try.
You may